Hey everyone, I'm using the Lightseers Way for our reading today. I'll choose 3 cards, take some from the base of the pack. I'll choose one from the Sacred Healing, one from the Gods, Goddesses and Angels for just some extra guidance. So we just move through the new moon in Scorpio. The moon shifted into Sagittarius today, but we'll still feel the effects of that new moon in Scorpio. But the moon in Sagittarius is very much lighter, so we'll feel a lot lighter. We'll feel that we have done a lot of hard work, which we have done. Each and every one of us has. We've been busy doing our inner cleansings and whatever it is that's no longer serving us, we're allowing it to now dissolve and move away, choosing from a conscious place. So today is one that is a lot lighter than yesterday. The moon in Sagittarius comes into conjunction with Mercury in Sagittarius, which is a beautiful energy. Also in wonderful and loving communication with Venus in Libra. So all this loving energy. So as we let go of what is no longer serving us, opening up space for this energy of love to come in, of divine love, helping us to move forward, creating new earth. So we've got this beautiful energy. The sun is still in Scorpio, and the sun is coming into that conjunction on the 18th with Mars. So this is two planets that are hot. So the sun and Mars, very hot. So it is just to be mindful of, to really keep ourselves in a nice, calm place within our conversations also, because it's very easy to get frustrated or angry as these planets are coming. They're showing us where we are out of alignment, where we're too much in our masculine, to come back, and then we have this wonderful energy of Neptune, which is the oceans, the consciousness. So water and fire come together, and if our emotions, our thoughts start to race into the future, into our fears, it creates a bubbling, an emotional reaction that comes up and starts to create disharmony within us, and that with all this fire can really boil over. So coming through this time, keeping ourselves in that place of peace, using our words to create our reality, using our words to empower others, to be kind to others, having those wonderful conversations with ourselves as well, being mindful of how we are conversing with ourselves during this time. Venus in Libra, she is exalted in Libra. She rules Libra, and it is the scales, the balance. So whatever relationships that are triggering us, we can really go into that place of anger and frustration. But this is what our reality is showing us, to come back into our conscious place, to allow things to flow, not to try and step into those conversations that are going to cause conflict, that are going to cause some arguments, just to step out and realise that we don't have to explain ourselves to anyone. We staying in that place of peace, because when we let go of the conflict, when we let go of wanting to be right or proving ourselves to be right or stepping into any kind of debates, whatever it may be, just step back, know that we don't have to put our points over to everyone. We know what feels right for us, and it may be different than what everybody else is seeing, but that's okay. That's their perception. We have our own perception, and as we breathe back into peace, we create so much space within ourselves to receive downloads of information that comes through when we're in that place of peace, that when we're in that consciousness. So wonderful time today of listening to what's going on within us, being aware of what triggers us, realizing that once that trigger is set, there's no bringing it back, that we've set out an unconscious choice, an unconscious words, we've spoken from a place of misalignment, of anger, and that will create an entanglement with that emotion that will come back, and we'll get the wonderful chance to bring ourselves back into alignment and to heal those unconscious words that we've said. Hopefully, words are very powerful. What doesn't harm us, we can create harm. So being mindful of our words is very, very powerful, especially with Mercury and the moon being conjunct in Sagittarius. This is a wonderful time to really speak our visions. You know, the Sagittarius is the centaur with that aim, with that focus, and as we are speaking, our words go out and create. Our thoughts create, but our words have a vibration connected to them that goes out and creates our future, goes out and creates our reality. So we can either come from a unconscious place of just going back to sleep, or we can be awake in every given moment, being mindful. Are we being conscious here? Are we being kind? Are we being gentle? Do we have patience? So a wonderful time of really fine-tuning ourselves. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. We have the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, beautiful new beginnings. The Three of Cups, a time of celebration. And the Four of Wands. I absolutely adore this card. So wonderful reading today, really uplifting. And then the base of the pack, we have the Six of Wands, and also Death, which is the card connected to Scorpio, then the Fool. So a wonderful time of new beginnings as we let go of the heaviness of the past, and we just let go and allow people to live their own lives, and for us to really have that empowerment to walk forward in our own unique way without having to prove ourselves, without having to really go into rescue, because if we go into rescue, we become the victim of the person that we have gone into rescue. So we're learning all that now. It's took lifetimes of learning and experience to be able to start moving up and really owning who we are, coming into a connection with our higher self, which brings new beginnings. And this is in this earthly realm. So where our career is concerned, our home life is concerned, where our health is concerned, our well-being, things starting to move now, things shifting for the better, opening up to positive opportunities coming in, upliftment. So things now starting to really change in a beautiful and wonderful way, opening up and receiving this beautiful gift from God. Then we have the Three of Cups, celebrating each other, celebrating ourselves, celebrating life. That's what we're here for. We're here to enjoy ourselves and to have fun and to really empower each other and support each other. You can see they're all supporting each other. There's no separation there. They're all really in that place of happiness and gratitude for each other. So this is a time of celebration, a time of upliftment, a time of wonderful energy, of us rising up into the higher consciousness and celebrating that, because in that higher consciousness we are all one, and what we do to one we're doing to ourselves, which comes back in those karmic lessons. So this is a time of celebration, all the good karma now coming in that we have put out into our lives. Then we have the Death card, which is the card of Scorpio. Death and rebirth, the death of our shadow, of our fears, our anxiety, of hiding. This is the death of all that, for us to stand up now in this rebirth, this new beginning that we're all moving through. It feels fresh, it feels light-filled, it feels absolutely wonderful. So there's a death, but there has to be a death, and it is like the rising of the phoenix, all those ashes falling away, those layers falling away as we rebirth now, as the phoenix. This card represents a phoenix, so that beautiful transformation from everything that we've been through, listening to our hearts. We have all been guided by our hearts. That's why we have cracked open into everything that we've been through, has taught us how important it is to treat people with respect, to treat people with love and kindness, most of all to treat ourselves with love and kindness. So a wonderful time of the old falling away. The old paradigms are falling away as we choose to see things differently. We see through the layers, we see through the veils, as this card represents, seeing through the veil into the beautiful expansion of the cosmos, of all the wonderful guidance that we have received with the numerological activations, with the change of seasons, the eclipses, the equinoxes, the solstice. They are points that we have started to bring ourselves into alignment with, bringing ourselves into alignment with nature, to the authenticity of our nature self, which creates a wonderful uprising of our spirit, of our soul. So this is a time of wonderful rebirth, the phoenix rising, the Six of Wands, celebration. This is a card of victory. We've let go. We're starting something new now. We're starting something new that is light, without the heaviness of the past. She is outstretching her arms. The spotlights are on her. She's gained wisdom there. And this is us. Our angels, our loved ones, are actually praising us for the work that we have done for our ancestors, for our family, our bloodlines, our lineage, moving forward in this evolution and shifting away from the old paradigms of being controlled, of actually stepping into our own unique lights, as this is showing us with our arms stretched up to the divine, and feeling that beautiful energy of victory in a way that we've done so many soul rescues, during this time, we've gone back into our past lives and brought that essence of our soul back into this time. So we've gone through all those soul rescues, and felt the benefit, we've gained the wisdom, we've gained the healing, and now we're coming back into our holistic selves, our whole selves, but we've done it in an holistic way. And then the Fool, the Fool, this is a new path. And this is the card of Uranus, and Uranus is opposing the Sun in Scorpio and Mars, big energy. But Uranus in Taurus, helping us to break down those old paradigms, those old beliefs of power over, of doing things that didn't create a happy life for us. And really bringing all that back now and just standing in complete faith, listening to our hearts, listening to our soul communicate through our hearts. And she is there ready to just fall backwards into that ocean of consciousness. And with all this water energy, we have the Neptune with the Sun and Mars. So this is very watery. So to bless our waters, to bless our water even before we bathe, to put our consciousness, to send healing, to send gratitude, to send love into our water before we take it in our body, before we place our body into it. So we're going into a consciousness, a higher consciousness now, as we are raising up through the dimensions, and we are falling back, and we know the universe is going to catch us. We know, and there is the flower of life within that water, within that consciousness, and the flower of life, that is our original blueprint. So we're moving back into that now. And then the Four of Wands, my absolute favourite card, and we've come through the 11-11-11 portal, which this card represents. And as we've walked through it, we've let the old layers fall away, the old garments of past lives, of this lifetime that don't fit any longer. We've allowed them to just fall away until we're stepping into this place of wonderful celebration of this time of really raising our hands up to the divine, our higher self, the new beginnings that are coming in, taking us on this place and this journey of rebirth, of moving forward, knowing that the universe, the divine energy that's all around us, within us, flowing through us, listening to it now without the chatter of the mind, without the chatter of our subconscious going into overprotection. We know we are divinely protected, heavenly protected, and we're moving through this time now of immense transformation. This is beautiful energy for today, from this new moon that could have been quite heavy, and things that we thought we had dealt with may come to the surface, but we're seeing the solutions now. We're just like shining the light there and just letting go of the situation. We're not engaging our minds into it any longer. We're just letting go of it and surrendering it to the universe, surrendering it to the divine, and seeing the miraculous results when we do that. And then we have learn from karma. Wow, powerful. Yeah, we are definitely moving from our karmic lessons with the full understanding that everything around us is our karma, good karma and not so good karma, karma that needs healing, needs love. So we're learning from our conscious decisions and our subconscious decisions. When we're conscious and we make those choices, we know we step into a time of expansion. When we go back into the old quarrels, the old discussions, the same old, we know we've gone into the subconscious. We've gone into an old karmic cycle, and we're starting to feel that now. We're starting to feel when we step out of alignment because we don't feel right within us. Even with the foods we eat, anything that we may drink, it starts to create some kind of discomfort within our bodies. And we're knowing now, so we are choosing to love ourselves and to place things in our body that actually energize us. Really researching what we're placing in our bodies, and what on every single level, making sure we are loving our bodies, that these vessels that we have these are our vehicle that is housing our soul. And as we treat this vehicle with respect, with keeping things as much in balance as we can as we're going through our learning and healing, we start to know that when we are stepping into negative karma, and this is a lesson that we have learned, and there is the new moon and there is the sun. New moon in Scorpio, the sun in Scorpio, bringing that beautiful lesson and wisdom through. I'll ask now for a message from the gods, goddesses and angels. There we have the goddess of beauty. Oh, such beautiful cards today. And this is you are a wondrous being of light. There is nothing to fix or change. See the beauty within ourselves. See the beauty within everyone. See the soul of every living being. No souls would ever go into conflict with each other. The ego will. The ego will fight to the death. The ego will tell us stories that can make us ill and destroy all our relationships. The ego will always want to be right. When we come into the beauty of who we are, that whatever we are giving out, and as we give out beautiful words, as we see the beauty in the world, that grows. That's what we're giving energy to. That's what we're giving life to. So from this new moon in Scorpio and these immense energies of the Sun, Mars, Neptune, Uranus all coming in, the energy of Venus exalted in Libra, the planet of justice, of karma. And as we step into the beauty of life, we start to step into good karma. We break those old karmic cycles of being ungrateful, being impatient, not seeing the beauty of life. We're breaking all those cycles, those karmic cycles, until we're stepping into the Garden of Eden that is filled with beauty. At the moment we see it within us, we have to see it first within us, and then it resonates all around us, because everything within us is a mirror. Everything within us reflects on the outside. So this is a time of seeing the beauty within every moment, and that will become us and our life. So beautiful reading today, wonderful reading today, and thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.